George Bernard Shaw once boldly declared, we don't stop playing because we grow old because we stop playing. I just turned 12 years old, and I'm determined that I will not grow old. But come on, I can't just stay at home and play with blocks and choo-choo trains. I'm already homeschooled, and I want to have some sort of social life. So what is the solution to my conundrum? Skill toys. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines skill as the ability to do something from training, practice, or experience. It also states that a toy is something for a child to play with. If you put these two definitions together, you get a skill toy is something for a child to play with that takes practice. Some of my favorite skill toys are magic cubes, battle songs, and band balloons. Playing with them also improves fine motor skill and mental acuity. Skill toys also provide fun and relatively inexpensive alternative to video games. Let's have some fun learning about the history, types, and tricks of these toys that are not just for kids. It may have been Benjamin Franklin who first recommended a place for everything and everything in its place. I bet he would have loved the Rubik's Cube, or as it is more commonly known, the Rubik's Cube. The Rubik's Cube is a 3D twisty puzzle. Each cube has 6 faces, painted 6 different colors, and they rotate together around the core. The core is made up of the centerpieces of the cube and is connected in the center. The point of a Rubik's Cube is to take the mixed-up cube and return it to its normal solved state. It is a toy, and solving it takes skill. But how did the Rubik's Cube become one of the most renowned and popular mind bogglers? In 1974, Erno Rubik, a Hungarian professor of architecture, developed a movable art piece for his students. The original 3x3 prototype enabled the wooden blocks to twist and turn without breaking. 54 colorful stickers gave the cube its iconic look. It was not instantly popular, but by 1981, the Ideal Toy Company had sold millions of cubes. Currently, many companies manufacture a multitude of different twisty puzzles. In my opinion, the best cubes are GAN cubes, and speed cubes, and my favorite brand are GAN cubes. These cubes are engineered for faster times, and some even have magnets to help the layers snap together quickly for extra precise moves. Plus, they are much quieter than the clunky Rubik's brand, which my parents appreciate. There are cubes from 2x2, 3x3, 4x4, all the way up to a 17x17, commercially available. Sorry. There is even a cube without a core. Believe it or not, there is such a thing as a 33x33, but it is not for sale. All cubes have one thing in common, which is God's number. It is the most number of rotations you are away from being solved. And for a 3x3, it is only 20 moves, but the most common is 18. However, that is only for a 3x3. For extremely large cubes such as the 17x17, mathematicians still have no idea what God's number is. In the World Cube Association, there are 17 different categories, such as normal 3x3 solves, but there are also very weird styles like Pyraminx, Megaminx, and even a Rubik's clock. Then there are different variations of these competitions, where you are blindfolded and someone you have to try to solve in the least amount of moves possible. Many people do not have the skill to solve a cube in any of these competitions, but some people can solve it in under 10 seconds. People like this are called speed cubers, and they can compete for thousands of dollars and prize money at many competitions. I can solve a cube in under a minute on average, but when I heard that the world record for a 3x3 solve is 3.4 seconds, which is held by Yushin Du, I decided to try some other toys, which are not based on speed. A battle song, or as it is more commonly known, a butterfly knife, is a special kind of a knife with 2 handles that can swing around the blade. Of course, still rules prevent me from bringing in a weapon, so I made this Lego model of the battle song that I can still do many tricks with. American Knives Illustrated, the butterfly knife has a rich history dating back to 800 AD in the Philippines. It was originally used as a weapon for self-defense and hunting. Since 2000, the battle song has transformed a weapon to a toy that people can playfully spin in complicated swirls and tosses. There has been a battle song renaissance. The anatomy of a butterfly knife has 5 important elements. The safe handle is the handle which you hold while swinging around the blade, and a bite handle, which is where the edge, which is the sharp side of the blade, rests where the knife is closed. The swedge is the unsharpened side of the blade. The latch is the piece that can hold together the knife when it is open or closed. However, the latch's main job is to help the flipper recognize the bite handle when they're doing complicated tricks such as aerials, so they don't get cut. Butterfly knives used to be available in a couple of classic shapes, but now have odd shapes such as cones, curved handles, and spoons. Just like in Stoa, many countries and states consider butterfly knives as switchblades, daggers, or gravity knives, making them illegal. This was also true for Texas, my home state, until 2013, when a law was passed that made them legal. That being said, butterfly knives are not always welcome, so let's move to a skill toy, which is welcome everywhere, and has roots that are set deep in history. The earliest mention and artifacts of the bandolore, or yo-yo, come from Greece. Yo-yos were not really thought of as toys until Donald Duncan saw Pedro Flores entertaining kids with a round object tied to a string in 1928. Duncan quickly saw the marketability of this toy and soon had newspaper ads, traveling demonstrators, and thousands of toys sold. There are primarily 3 categories of yo-yos commercially available. Yo-yos can be responsive, unresponsive, or off-string. If you throw down a responsive yo-yo and jerk your hand up, it will come flying back up. But if you do this with an unresponsive, after you throw it down and jerk your hand up, nothing happens. Instead, you have to do a special bind to get the yo-yo back up. With an off-string yo-yo, the body is not connected to the string, so you must be careful, or else the yo-yo will fly off the string. All 3 categories are available in the 3 most common shapes. The butterfly shape is the most popular type of yo-yo in competitions. It is also the best to do string tricks with, which are some of the most popular type and important types of tricks. The modified shape is more rounded and was used in one of the greatest selling yo-yos of all time, the Pro Yo. It is best for looping tricks, which is when the yo-yo moves in a circular looping trajectory. The imperial shape is the only shape with a rounded outside and is the least common in the world today. There are 5 different styles of yo-yoing. All yo-yo tricks can be categorized into one of the 5 styles. 1A is using one unresponsive yo-yo and difficult trick sequences. 2A is thought of by almost everyone to be the most difficult style of yo-yoing. It includes 2 modified shape axle-bearing responsive yo-yos used in a series of difficult looping tricks. 3A includes 2 unresponsive yo-yos and it's very fast-paced and difficult style. 4A, or off-string, is a style where the string is not connected to the yo-yo, opening up many different options such as running 2 yo-yos on the same string, which is called solo hop. This is usually performed with a large butterfly-shaped yo-yo, so it is easier to catch on the string. 5A, or freehand, is where the string is not connected to the finger but to a counterweight, such usually a dice or small rubber ball. This allows aerials and other difficult maneuvers that would not be possible otherwise. Not only do all these toys need skill to play with, but they also provide their own set of skills to you, the user. Rubik's Cubes improve memory, problem solving, and speed and agility. Butterfly knives improve eye-hand coordination, mapping out each step, and keeping your mind active. Yo-yos provide perseverance, promotes bilateral integration, and expands crossing midline function. So, what toy do you want to try today? Thank you.